Joe, we're going around the MLB postseason. What's the explanation behind the Royals' offensive outburst?
Well, it's interesting, Chris. This team has scored 33 runs in 5 games against the Toronto Blue Jays. And what's interesting about that is everybody expected the Blue Jays to come in and absolutely dismantle Kansas City pitching, but that has not been the case. Toronto has only scored double-digit runs once during this postseason, and that was in Game 4 when they beat the Royals 11-8. But the Royals are a team that scraps, they're a team that fights, and they're just going to keep going. They're going to keep going, and they put up 14 runs like they did last night.
With the Blue Jays down 3-1, what's the feeling like in Toronto?
Well, it's interesting. That's an interesting question too, Chris, because no one in the locker room will say that there's tension. No one will say, everybody will say they're loose, but the truth is that you can feel the tension in Toronto. You can feel the tension with the team. Skipper John Gibbons just keeps on with the same message. You just got to keep grinding. The hits will come. The home runs will come. This is the closest they've been to elimination since the ALDS when they were down 0-2 to the Texas Rangers, and they eventually won that series, obviously leading to the ALCS. But I think Toronto they're in good spirits, even being down 3-1, but it's going to be interesting to see how this series ends.
Moving to the National League, second baseman Daniel Murphy has been incredible for the Mets. Daniel might see this happening.
I don't think anybody saw the way this series would turn out, Chris, but what you have to look at is the fact that the Chicago Cubs have scored nearly 80% of their runs via the home run this postseason. That's a number that's astronomical. Home run hitting teams usually do not fare well. If you look at the Toronto Blue Jays, a predominantly home run hitting team, also not faring well in the ALCS, but the Cubs being down 3-0 also speaks to the fact that a power outage in Chicago is happening. It's due to the Mets pitching. And what's interesting about the Mets pitching is how young and how young they've been, how poised they've been in these playoffs. Noah Syndergaard, Jacob deGrom, Matt Harvey, their attitude, their swagger on the field has been leading the Mets to victory. And you see Yoenis Cespedes and Daniel Murphy, who's playing outside of his mind, hitting home runs in 5 consecutive postseason games. It's going to be a fun series to see how it ends if Chicago can put together a run here heading into the World Series.
All right, thanks, Joe. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Chris.